Hello, church family. King David probably is one of my favorite Bible person. King David, an amazing musician, a poet, wrote powerful, beautiful prayers and songs, knew how to play the instrument, was an amazing soldier, was not afraid of fighting and leading an army. But I think that one of the most beautiful characteristics that he had was that he learned to trust in God always. So today I would like to go over 3 verses on Psalm 20. Psalm 20 is a prayer. King David is about to go to war, and before he goes to war, he would gather all the people of Israel. And there was a collective prayer. The first part, the first half of Psalm 20 is a prayer, collective prayer. And it starts with the word, "May the Lord, may He send your help from His sanctuary. May He remember your sacrifice. May He give you." So it was like the people sharing a blessing to the king and those who are about to go to war. And then on verse 6, I love this verse. It's a beautiful. "Now this I know," says the king, King David, "the Lord gives victory to His anointed. He answers him from His heavenly sanctuary with the victorious power of His right hand." King David knew that his victory was not because of he was a good soldier. He knew that his victory comes from God, Creator, Sustainer. He was the one that truly was fighting for them. Verse 7, King David continues saying, "Some trust in chariots and some in horses, but we trust in the name of the Lord our God." It has to do here with his understanding of him being an anointed. Not just his political responsibility as a king, but his spiritual responsibility as the king. He learned to trust in God, and he wanted to share that with people. He wanted the people to know, the people of Israel to know, that he trusted in God as a spiritual leader, as an anointed leader. And the very last verse says, "They brought to their knees to fall, but we rise up and stand firm. Lord, give victory to the King. Answer us when we call." Isn't that awesome? We can all somehow relate to King David. Sometimes we pray before we go on a trip. Sometimes we pray asking for victory. Even before we face the very most difficult part of that journey that we are going through. And King David says, "Lord, give victory to the King. Answer us." May we always remember that when we fight, whatever battle we may face, that it's not our battle, it's the Lord's battle, and that He will give us the victory. Not because of who we are, but because of who He is. The Lord of Lords, the Creator, the Sustainer, the only true God. May God continue to give each one of us the assurance that we will be victorious because He will grant us victory. May God bless you.
Thanks for joining us today. We hope what you heard and what you saw was a blessing to you. For our challenge, I encourage you to think of 5 things that you're grateful for. And I encourage you, if you can, throughout this time to keep a thankful journal, writing each day the 5 things that you're thankful and grateful for. After you've written them down, whether in a journal, on your phone, maybe in a piece of paper somewhere, on a notebook, I encourage you to share those 5 things with someone, whether it be your spouse, your family, your kids, your neighbor, your coworker, on your social media posts, and say, hey, these are the 5 things I'm grateful for today. And after you do that, I want you to pray about those 5 things, and throughout the day, thank God for those 5 things. At the same time, we're also doing a challenge of being complaint-free for the next 30 days. If you have a wristband as the ones that we've provided for complaint-free, or maybe just a watch that you wear, and if at any point throughout the day you think of a negative thought or you have a complaint and are ungrateful, what you need to do is switch that band or that watch from one hand to the other. So let's say I have a negative thought. I'm switching the band on my right hand to my left hand. And so now every time I look down and I feel something's missing, I realize that, hey, it's on my other hand because I had a negative thought. Hopefully together, in these 30 days, we can learn to train our minds to not think negatively and to be grateful for all that God has done together.